Green. Mayor Michael Bloomberg announced today the entire fleet will be converted to hybrids in the coming years. Let's go to CNN's Mary Snow. She's in New York. Mary, the mayor is making a major initiative. He announced it earlier today. Tell our viewers what's going on.
Well, this is part of a bigger plan to cut down on carbon emissions, and the mayor says because there are thousands of city cabs out on the streets every day, he wants to make them environmentally friendly.
They'll keep their hallmark yellow color, but from now on, New York's cabs will be greener. Mayor Mike Bloomberg is mandating that the city's entire fleet of cabs become fuel-efficient hybrids.
Anything we can do to reduce the pollution in the air and to reduce our dependence on outside energy sources, we're all better off.
The city is phasing in the plan, requiring that within 5 years, it's roughly 13,000 cabs be hybrids, like the kind Golzar Chodri drives.
I used to drive a regular car before, and I used to put like a $35 to $40 a gas every day. Now I'm putting like a $12 to $15 every day.
Chodri says he had to shell out $10,000 extra to buy a hybrid, but he says he's making back the money by saving about $1,000 a month in gas. But that upfront sticker price is making some drivers balk.
It's going to have to come out of our pockets, and it's not right because the mayor's not giving us anything extra.
Along with the costs, a group representing drivers says the car's durability is another concern.
What we're afraid of is that this is a new market and the cabs have not been fully tested, yet they're going to be made mandatory.
To that, the mayor says,
they're going to be using them for 5 years, and they'll get a good chance to test them, and that'll be great.
The cars are being phased in since taxi drivers have to replace their cabs every 5 years. So it's expected by 2012, every cab will be a hybrid. And the city estimates that drivers will be saving thousands a year in fuel costs.
And the cab driver we spoke to said he's also seeing an immediate benefit. He says he's been getting better tips since he's been driving a hybrid cab. Wolf?
So when are we going to see a lot of these hybrids on the streets of New York, Mary?
You know, so far there are about 375 hybrids already out on the streets of New York. But next year is when they're going to be phased in. About 1,000 of them will be added to the fleet.
And there's about 13,000 taxis in New York at any one time. Mary, thanks very much. This, by all accounts, an ambitious plan. What does New York City hope to get out of all of this, and how big an impact will it really have? And joining us now in New York City is the Mayor Michael Bloomberg with the Brooklyn Bridge behind you. I take it no one's selling that bridge, at least not today, Mr. Mayor. You've got a different agenda right now.
The bridge is not for sale. The bridge is not for sale, Wolf, but it's a great bridge to jog over and to drive over.
All right, let's talk about driving in New York. This is a major decision involving, 13,000 cabs in New York City over the next 5 years. Is it really going to have a practical impact on the environment, on global warming, or are you simply trying to send a symbolic message out there that other people should take notice?
Well, the message is always good, but this will make a real difference. We have 13,000 taxis. They get roughly 14 miles a gallon. The hybrids that they're going to be replaced with get better than 30 miles a gallon. And having the 13,000 hybrids is the equivalent of taking 32,000 cars off the roads in terms of pollution. So it really makes a difference. Also, they're much more efficient, so the taxi drivers and owners will do better, as well as all the rest of us breathing cleaner air.
So in terms of fares for the passengers, is it going to have an impact, and the price is going to go up, going to go down? What's going to be the net effect?
There's no reason to move it. It's a small change, and it will be to the benefit of the drivers. But next time they come for a raise, I suppose you can say, well, you're getting a little bit of a benefit here. The real answer is the 13,000 cabs are one of the major ways that people get around this city. And we have too many cars on the roads. We're not going to have any more roads. We want people to use mass transit, but if they have to go in a motor vehicle, buses or taxis are a heck of a lot better than if they bring their own cars into the city.
What does it say, Mr. Mayor, when a mayor like you or a governor like Arnold Schwarzenegger, that you have to make these kinds of decisions within your own communities as opposed to the federal government making these kinds of decisions that could impact global warming, the environment? What does it say to you as a politician?
I think what you're seeing is that at the local level, the people and their representatives are tired of the inaction in Washington, and we're just not going to wait around anymore for Washington to try to do something about the air we breathe or about stopping global warming. We're not going to sit around and let them play pork barrel politics with Homeland Security funds. We're not going to sit around and let them have all this inaction on immigration. There are major issues facing the people that we represent as mayors or as governors, and we've got to go and do some things, because what we do is on the streets the next day. We can't just sit around and be on both sides of every issue and talk about it forever. We've got to do something.
What about after the taxis? What about the other vehicles, including the city vehicles, whether from the police department, the fire department, other city vehicles? What are you trying to do? What, if anything, do you want to do with those cars?
We're going in the direction of getting more fuel-efficient buses. We've got a lot of those. Garbage trucks that burn cleaner fuels and pollute a lot less. A lot of police officers are on motor scooters and on foot, so we're trying to use cars less. We're out there trying to do all of that with motor vehicles, but also we're trying to green all of the city's buildings. City has a lot of buildings in the city, and 80% of the pollution in a big city like New York comes from buildings as opposed to cars. So get people onto mass transit, reduce the use of cars, get more efficient vehicles on the road, but at the same time go to our buildings, change all of the incandescent light bulbs to these compact fluorescent light bulbs that save an enormous amount, green the roofs so that the water stays up there. It keeps the building cool in the summer and helps us with runoff. There's a whole variety of things that we're trying to do, and we want to lead. We've got a commitment to reduce the carbons that we emit by the year 2030, but to do it for city buildings within the next 10 years, and we're on our way.
One final question. We're out of time, Mr. Mayor. I just want your quick reaction to what your friend Chuck Hagel, Republican of Nebraska, said the other day after meeting with you amid speculation maybe there should be a third-party team out there running for president. He said, it's a great country to think about a New York boy and a Nebraska boy to be teamed up leading this nation. What do you think?
Well, maybe he was talking about somebody else from New York. Chuck Hagel's a good guy. He's very smart. He's independent. He says what he thinks, and I'm proud to have him as a friend.
I think he was referring to you, though.
We don't know. You'll have to go ask Chuck. He's doing the right thing. He's out there trying to give the public more choice, and I think that is an interest. I'm not a candidate for president, and I don't know whether Chuck Hagel is, but the more candidates, the better the public will have as a will be served.
Is it time for a third party also?
It depends. If the public comes up with candidates that they find acceptable from two parties, no. And if they don't find them acceptable, 3 or 4 parties. There's nothing magical about 2. The public wants to have people that have experience and that clearly state what they're going to do, and then are willing to have themselves held accountable after they get elected for delivering what they promised. We tried that with a scorecard here, and I think all these candidates should be held to the standard of, okay, don't just tell us you're in favor or against something. What are you going to do about it?
Michael Bloomberg is the mayor of New York with a major announcement today involving a lot of cabs out there. Mr. Mayor, thanks very much.
Wolf, enjoy the good weather in Washington. It's great weather here in New York.
And still ahead here in the Situation Room, the weather experts are out with their predictions about the ferocity